Life in the Garden of Eden. Genesis 2. The Lord God planted a garden in Eden, in the east, where he placed the man he had formed. The garden was full of every tree that was pleasant to the sight and good for food. And in the middle of the garden stood the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And the Lord God took the man and placed him in the Garden of Eden to work it and keep it. And the Lord commanded him, saying, You may eat freely from every tree in the garden, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat, for on the day you eat of it you shall surely die. And the Lord God said, It is not good for man to be alone. I will make a helper fit for him. So God brought all the animals to Adam to see what he would call them. And whatever Adam called each living creature, that was its name. But for Adam, no suitable helper was found. So the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon him, and while he slept, he took one of his ribs and formed a woman. And when Adam saw her, he said, This is now bone of my bones. She shall be called woman, for she was taken out of man. And the man and his wife were both naked, yet they felt no shame. They lived in perfect harmony, walking with God in the cool of the day. And God saw all that he had made, and it was perfect. The fall of man. Genesis 3. Adam and Eve walk among the trees, surrounded by vibrant flowers, streams, and animals. A serpent slithers onto the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, speaking to Eve, who gazes at the forbidden fruit. The serpent said, Did God say, You must not eat from any tree in the garden? Eve replied, We may eat the fruit of the trees in the garden, but of the fruit of the tree in the middle of the garden, God said, You shall not eat it, nor touch it, lest you die. The serpent said, smirking, You will not surely die. God knows that when you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. Eve hesitates, then looks at the fruit. She reaches out, plucks it, and takes a bite. A moment later, she hands it to Adam, who also eats. A sudden change in atmosphere. The garden feels different. Adam and Eve look at each other, realizing they are naked. They quickly gather fig leaves to cover themselves. When they heard the Lord God walking in the garden in the cool of the day, the Lord God called to Adam. Where are you? Adam replied, I heard your voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid. God said, Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree I commanded you not to eat from? Adam, the woman you gave me, she gave me the fruit, and I ate it. God said to Eve, Eve, what have you done? Eve, the serpent deceived me, and I ate. God, to the serpent, Because you have done this, you are cursed above all animals. You will crawl on your belly all the days of your life, and I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and hers. He will crush your head, and you will strike his heel. God, to Eve, I will greatly increase your pain in childbirth. In pain, you will bring forth children. Your desire will be for your husband, who will rule over you. God, to Adam, Because you listened to your wife and ate from the tree, the ground is cursed because of you. Through painful toil, you will eat from it all the days of your life. By the sweat of your brow, you will eat your food until you return to the ground. For from dust you were taken, and to dust you will return. And the Lord God made garments of skin for Adam and Eve, and clothed them. Then he sent them out of the Garden of Eden to work the ground from which they were taken, and he placed a cherubim and a flaming sword to guard the way to the tree of life. And so sin entered the world. But even then, God's plan for redemption had already begun. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode.